Hey everybody, so we are continuing our series on sex education. Hope you guys are still enjoying it. Let me know what you think, because I'm probably only gonna finish the series if you guys really want me to. Anyway, episode 3 starts out with, honestly, one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Her name's Lily, and we watch her as she's like drawing and narrating in her mind this like erotic octopus fiction porn.
She felt, what am I meant to be feeling here? This is your fantasy. What do we do next?
And as a fan fiction writer, I just felt extremely attacked by this scene. Like, this scene pretty much sums up a lot of what it's like. I mean, I know that she's drawing instead of writing prose, but kind of what it's like. I mean, maybe not so niche, and maybe it's not always this graphic, but
What am I feeling?
I don't know.
like, am I Lily? Maybe. Then we see Maeve. She's at the doctor's office and dealing with her baby issue. She is clearly looking into getting an abortion, and we find out that she needs someone to like pick her up after the procedure, but she like doesn't have anybody. And you just feel bad because she's such an angel and she should have somebody to pick her up from this damn thing. This episode also kicks off with Otis's presumably first wet dream. I'm not a dude, so I don't know what age y'all are supposed to start doing this, but it seems like maybe he's a little behind. He's super sketched out about it, and so when he's talking to his mom in the morning, he's like acting really weird.
Don't go in my room.
Why?
No particular reason. It's messy. I'll clean it. Okay.
Bitch, she's gonna go in your room. Cut to Jean, she's immediately snooping in his room. Within seconds, she finds his jizz sheets and takes them. Do you even want to try to pretend like you weren't snooping, Jean? Like, no. She's just like, I'm gonna take these and put them in the wash. Bitch, he's gonna know. Damn it, Jean. Otis gets to school early to see a bunch of creepy teen clients who have all of these weird sex problems. And that is, again, something that I do love about this show. Like, even though all of this sounds really creepy and like super weird,
I fucked a warm melon, and now it stings when I pee.
it's like also not, because, you know, maybe we haven't all fucked a watermelon, but everybody's creepy. This show does a really good job of highlighting the like super weird, cringy parts about humanity. And any of you who are like, oh no, I'm not creepy, you're lying to yourselves. Everybody's a little creepy, except for you asexuals out there. I see you and you are valid and probably not that creepy. And honestly, creepy is like completely the wrong word. But we're just gonna keep moving on. Eric, not knowing that Otis went to like do clinic stuff in the morning, comes to collect him for school. He meets Jean at the door, and you guys shouldn't be surprised by the fact that I have to put this scene in there.
Morning, Eric.
Morning, Jean. Love the kimono.
Oh, love the jumper. Look at that.
Okay. After that, Jean pretty much consoles him about discovering what he likes on his own individually, like interests and hobbies, which is actually grade A advice. This is something that everybody needs to hear at some point, because anybody in a close relationship with someone else, even if it's just a friendship, not like a romantic relationship, and even if it's not toxic or codependent, still probably needs to hear this at some point, because I think that we can all get a little lost in other people and neglect ourselves. So I really like that she says this to him. I think it's very important. Then at school, after the clinic stuff, we see Maeve, and Jackson's like trying to invite her to his swim meet, but she blows him off. She's got her abortion appointment, but he clearly like wants to date her. He's very persistent. You can tell that he's genuinely interested in her. My heart. During the morning assembly, Otis and Eric like reconnect, and he tells him about his wet dream. We realize that it's like also about Maeve, so that's why Otis is being like super weird about the wet dream and super weird around Maeve, because he's just like Otis and awkward and precious. Then right after the assembly, Maeve asks Otis to hang out with her around like 6:30 after school. We all know that it's about the abortion and needing someone to pick her up, but Otis and Eric speculate that it might be a date, and I'm just, poor babies.
What do you think I should wear?
Ooh, okay, think John Ham, but chilled. Okay, like casual ham.
I'm not casual, though, and I look nothing like John Hamm. Oh, my God.
I need some new clothes.
Since Otis has a lot going on, Eric decides to audition for swing band because, you know, he wants to have his own life and all that shit. And while he's there, he meets Lily, the girl from the beginning. and she very suggestively offers to help him practice after school. So Maeve goes to the abortion clinic, and while she's there filling out paperwork, this woman comes in who's clearly been there multiple times before.
Oh, Christ on a bike.
Cool. Excuse me, can we change the channels? I just really don't think soft porn's the right tone.
Her name's Sarah, and she's just very chatty and in everybody's business, aggressive. It's pretty fucking annoying at first. Like, it's humorous, but it's also like, this bitch. But her character ends up becoming very endearing, so I just like want to throw that out there. And as Otis is like running out for his date, we see Jean, her ex, is Skyping her, and they sort of have this back and forth about his book that's coming out all about sex, and he sort of harasses her about the fact that she got dropped from her last publisher. It makes her feel super shitty about it with these super pointed questions. Like, we know what you're doing, dude. Fuck off. I mean, he is such a dick. And Jean lies to him and is like, oh yeah, I'm writing a book, it's about sex, like, anyway, there's my client, gotta go. And as soon as she hangs up with him, a litany of curse words leave that woman's mouth, and I just roll tape.
Fucking piece of wanking piece of fucking shit. Yes, I'm writing a book, you fuck. You don't fucking own words, you... Ah!
I would really like to give a shout out to Sex Education for how well they utilize swearing and curse words by giving most of it to Gillian Anderson's character. Thank you, season 2. Let's keep that up. This is the content I need in my life. And while she's on her profanity tirade, she takes the sheets from that morning out of the laundry and has an idea that maybe this could be good for a book. So she starts like going back to her computer and writes up a little thing about Otis's sexual issues.
Take that, thunder dick.
Yikes, we can anticipate that one being a problem. Otis arrives an hour and a half early for their date because he's precious and lame and we love him. So he ends up seeing Maeve there in the abortion clinic before the procedure, and he's like, and she's like, and she shoos him away to go wait outside because, you know, he's not supposed to be there. While he's outside, he ends up hanging out with some pro-life protesters. They've got all these signs and they're spouting all this shit. And while they're briefly talking to Otis, some protesters of the protesters come by and like throw shit at them and basically assault them. And I love the poignancy of showing that both sides can just be super hateful. And the show humanizes the two picketers. You know, they have their own problems. They're sort of just like us. But at the same time, they just spout a bunch of bullshit that's super hateful and gross, and like the two don't really connect. And I think that's how a lot of people feel about these issues in real life. I don't want to get too into it because, you know, politics, but like, you know. Anyway, back in the clinic, we see Maeve and Sarah and another woman who are all about to go in for their procedure, and this entire sequence made me cry so hard. Like, watching this show, I did not expect to get emotional or cry about things, but this is so well done. The moment between the three women, I just
take my bloody hand.
just thinking about it. And then the sequence with the Alan Walker song, like, have to talk about one song an episode, and this one's it.
Sing to me to sleep, sing to me to sleep.
Meanwhile, Lily shows up at Eric's house and pretty immediately takes off her clothes and is like, yo, should we have sex? And he's like, no, I'm gay. Wasn't that obvious as fuck? She thinks not, apparently. And as a concession, they end up sort of giving each other makeovers, and I just live for Lily and Eric's makeover. Like, they end up looking fabulous. These looks are killing it. Because Lily can't stop talking about sex for 5 minutes, she ends up bringing it up again. And so Eric starts talking about like how he hasn't had sex, but he's watched a lot of porn, and Lily's like, show that to me right now. But then his dad walks in and he sees the porn and he sees the outfits and the makeup, and you know, Lily has to skedaddle, and there's like a really awkward, like heartbreaking moment between Eric and his dad, where Eric's just like, listen, it's not a big deal, we're just having fun, and his dad is very much like not here for it. While he's waiting outside of the abortion clinic, Otis ends up still hanging out with these pro-life protesters, and he finds out that they're a couple sort of fighting and mad at each other. The girl is upset because the guy has had sex and she hasn't, and you know, it's a sin or whatever. But then we find out that she's pretty much done everything in the book except for vaginal penetrative sex with a penis. So the show does a really good job again of pointing out the hypocrisy of thinking all of that's okay, but you know, thought of as traditional intercourse is sacred, but all of that's not. Like, all of that's okay. Like, okay, sure. Otis gives her some like insight and a little bit of counseling. They talk about Jesus and forgiveness, and you know, again, anyway. Maeve wakes up from the procedure and she's been given some pudding. She has chocolate pudding, and she overhears next to her behind the curtain that Sarah's done with her procedure and she also wants chocolate pudding, but Maeve's taken the last one. I have to put the scene in there because it's just like, again, shit, I cried so much after this scene.
I don't like chocolate. Everyone likes chocolate.
Not me.
How cute. Not as tough as you look.
It's been a shitty day.
Yeah. Look, don't worry, love. I got 3 kids, and I feel way more guilty about the ones that I had than the ones I chose not to.
I bet your kids really love you.
My heart, my heart. This show, man, I tell you, gets you right in the feels. When Maeve comes out, she sees that Otis has waited for her, and she clearly kind of like almost didn't expect him to, and it's really sweet. They end up walking home together. He offers her the sandwich he bought her, and he's got these flowers. It's just precious. Maeve reveals that her mom's a drug addict and she's got a brother that's like fucked off and ditched them. It's a really sweet moment of bonding and sharing between the two of them. I just love them. They get to the top of the hill where Maeve's trailer park is, and she's like, all right, well, bye, you can leave me here.
Sorry, I'm walking you in. I said I'd walk you home, so...
Otis, I'm fine.
You know, he's gonna walk her to the door, and moments like this make me ship them. I'm very torn on the whole Otis Maeve ship thing, but there are definitely moments where my heart physically melts over them. When they get to the door, she hugs him, and like, seriously, I'm fucking crying. And that's pretty much how the episode wraps up. When Otis gets home, he finds out that his mom told her entire vagina workshop class about his ejaculation, so God damn it, Jean. Anyway, so that's Sex Education episode 3. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys are enjoying the series, let me know. If you want me to keep vlogging about it, let me know. I'm gonna do a quick shout out to this shirt designed by another wonderful Candace. She is awesome. Her art is so cool. I'm gonna link to this below. She also has a really great vlog. It's all of Gillian Anderson's characters, not Jean though. And it's really cute and great, and yeah, I love it. Thanks so much for watching. Go check out my other videos, subscribe to my channel. You guys are the best.